A lot of people are feeling bad for Josh Allen right now. 0-4 against Mahomes and the Chiefs. Should Josh Allen get a pass?
Let me go first. AT double hockey sticks, no. Hell no, he don't get no pass. Why should he get a pass? For what? What has he done to get a pass? He's only gone out there and lost. He hasn't won. It's not, he hasn't been robbed. None of these calls are bad. He just has not done enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. And you can't lie like, okay, his team sucked. Everybody else left and let him down. Nope. They played, they balled just like him. They all played at the same level. Nobody just sucked. Can't say, oh, he didn't have any help. He has the same wide receivers that he had all year that he was killing people with. So he had James Cook out there running, the same person that's been running for him all year. So why when it get to the Chiefs, we supposed to give you a pass? No, sir. You had the same weapons. I know you felt confident going into the game, but you just didn't pull it off. You didn't pull it off. With somebody like that, with the Chiefs, like I said, you have to go out there and play more than your A game. You got to go play. You got to start playing numbers. You got to go past A and start turning it from the alphabets to numbers. You got to go pay 100. All right, so you can't give him a pass. He don't get a pass for that. If he gets a pass for that, we got to start giving passes to everybody who can't beat their rival. Right?
See, I got a question for you. You're a basketball coach or a football coach. Has there been a high school football or basketball team that you guys could never beat, and one day you guys finally beat them?
Well, in my high school playing days, from seventh grade till 12th grade, we could never beat Neville High School. Could never beat Neville High School. My senior year, we went there. They were the defending state champions, and we beat their ass. In there in there on their home field, and it was a great game, and we pissed on their field after before we left, got on the bus.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
hey, because it hurt to lose to the boys every year for 4 years, 5 years. Well, I'm sorry, yeah, 5 years. We lost to them boys, and we knew all the kids that played over there from middle school all the way to high school. So they talking to us before the game. Man, look, bro, it hurt to lose to those people 5 times in a row. So I can imagine how Allen feel. But we won ours. You got to win yours. Piss on the field after.
Dang. Go ahead, Box
Go
Office. I'll
ahead.
let you go.
Go ahead, Yvonne.
Okay. He doesn't get a pass. He doesn't get a pass because he's the quarterback, and when quarterbacks win games, even if they don't play the best, we give them props. But at the same time, I don't know what else Josh Allen could do though. I really don't. Because even if you go back to that AFC title game when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl, he scored to Gabe Davis with 13 seconds
Yep.
left. And these fools still get in field goal range and win the game after. So it's like sometimes you play really well, you lose, and like what else can you do? I looked at his playoff stats. I always go back to his playoff stats because his playoff stats are nasty. 32 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. I mean, if somebody did that in the preseason, or sorry, in the regular season, you'd be like, wow, great year. And he does everything he does in the regular season. He matches in the playoffs. He doesn't turn the ball over. Go ahead, see.
Well, from what you said, and this is really where my thinking came from. I should have used that example. He already used his pass. Everybody gave him a pass because what could he have done against Mahomes when Mahomes drove him down there in 13 seconds? He did what he had to do. He lost that game on the sidelines. So that was his
Yeah, I
pass.
think everybody outside
Their
of Keo gave him a pass for that.
their excuse with that was Josh Allen. Hey, we didn't get the ball back. What
Yeah.
would have happened if we got the ball back? So this game, there was 2 minutes plus 3 timeouts. Um, you got to get it done.
Well, the thing is, I will say on that Kincaid throw and drop pass, I blame that 50-50 because the throw could have been better, but it was a blitz where he had to throw it off his back foot. So he made the best throw you could possibly make from that position. Kincaid also has to catch that.
Right.
So it was 50-50 to me on that play. It's just hard for me because 32 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in the playoffs. His only losses are Mahomes and Burrow one time. So there's no shame there. Everybody loses to Mahomes. I didn't have the Bills winning, so it's like for me, I didn't expect it from you. So it's kind of hard because Lamar Jackson to me struggles, so then we can blame it on him. Peyton Manning back in the day used to stink it up against the Patriots. I'm a Colts fan. He would throw an interception at the most crucial time. So you could blame those on Peyton Manning. Josh Allen doesn't make those mistakes. And they just can't pull it out. So
they just losing to the better team.
They're just losing to the better team. It is what it is. I do have to give him some blame though, because he is the quarterback. And if they had won, we'd be like, Josh Allen did that. So, I'm struggling because he doesn't struggle in these games and he loses. But so it's hard for me to like really say, damn, like, you could have done but so much more.
I have no problem with what you're saying. I don't, but I do give him, blame. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna use your example in a sense, and then I'm gonna use some other guys to try to bring it in. When LeBron James didn't win a championship, nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear you didn't get it done. He could have 30, 10 and 10. At the end of the day, when he lost, well, LeBron, you're the best player in the world, but that doesn't mean you're the best team in the world. You lose. We still held him accountable. When are you going to get it done? When are you going to get it done? Right now, to this day, we still hold Chris Paul accountable, even though his teams were never better than Golden State or San Antonio. We still hold James Harden accountable when James Harden's teams ain't better than Golden State at the time, when Golden State was on their thing. We hold Russell Westbrook accountable. Now, granted, Russ had a good team at one time. I get all that. But for the most part, we hold these guys accountable. So when I look at Josh Allen, I say to myself, if you're going to be the guy that we think you are, and really, according to the numbers, no, you are, you still got to get it done. Burrow got it done. Burrow got it done in Arrowhead. Now, granted, he didn't go to the playoffs this year, but he got it done. You have to figure it out somehow, some way. You, McDermott, Brady, y'all need to come together and come up with a masterful game plan to get over the hump. Because right now, we can't say this year, oh, you didn't have Stephon Diggs. Well, guess what? You had Stephon Diggs some other times, and you lost. So at some point, you have to get over the hump. So, yes, I'm going to hold him accountable only because of how great he is. This is no knock to Josh Allen. This is actually looking at him and saying, dude, you're Superman. You can't keep losing. You have to overcome this. I understand that may be your kryptonite, but you got to figure out a way to beat this. Because until you do, we're going to keep saying to ourselves, yeah, you're great, but we're always going to say about him. And, the same thing can be said about everybody that didn't win a championship. Yeah, you're great, but you didn't get it done in this moment. You didn't get it done in this moment. So if we're going to hold LeBron and all those guys accountable, I just think that we have to hold Josh Allen accountable. Lamar, he falls more into that James Harden range, in my opinion, because Lamar plays great in the regular season, and in the postseason, he kind of what happened, Lamar? That's kind of what James.
Yeah, he played good this year.
He was okay this year. Yeah, he was pretty good. But as a whole, that's what I mean.
I like that comparison, the LeBron comparison you just gave. It made me start thinking about what other players do we give a pass to, and am I wrong, or do we give a pass to KD?
Well, KD got a ring.
KD got a ring with the Warriors. He's never got a ring,
but he still got one. He still got one.
And he was Finals MVP twice.
And he's done that with the Warriors, with Steph Curry. Has he done? He's been on 2 different teams after then, and he's not been able to do anything.
I just think like once you get a ring, it's like you go away from. Once you have that ring, once you have that championship, it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna stop focusing on that person. Now we're focusing. I understand what you're saying because he hasn't won since, but still he has one. So we're not so much concerned with him right now. When you think about Russ Harden in basketball, and then when you think about the football players, Burrow, Josh Allen, they're gonna fall into that Marino range. Yeah, you're great, but you still didn't win a ring. And the same thing could be said about
So when
Russ,
it
Chris
comes,
Paul, and all
You
those
think people think
guys.
of Russ
so
like that? You think people think Russ should
I
have a
think
championship?
you need a ring
nah,
if you want to be into
nah.
that next echelon.
I don't think people put Russ in that category with a KD and LeBron and all of them, and like, okay, he should have a ring by now.
Yeah,
Harden,
I don't certainly, but
Obviously,
I do think KD gets flack though.
he gets
I,
flack for other things, not getting not having being able to lead a team to the championship. He
But this is what I say about Russ. And I know y'all both don't feel like Russ gets, but had Russ won a ring, dude, Russ has
we would look
triple
at him
double for the
differently.
entire season. It would bring him to like a new height. He would be on a whole
We we we
different.
we, we would look at his
Yeah,
legacy differently, though.
well, yeah,
Like,
yeah, but I'm saying,
everyone.
but my point is, I don't think I don't think when I say we, I love Russ. But I don't think people expect him to be have led
Yeah,
a team to the championship. I don't think those expectations have been put on him. Therefore, they judge him off of being Robin instead of Batman.
right.
He didn't win when he had KD with him. He didn't win. He had Paul George with him. He didn't win. You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
always think about who he was with, and he didn't get a ring. If they think about him getting a ring, but other than that, they look at him getting blamed for sucking in LA and all that type of stuff. I don't think people like, oh yeah, Russ should have a ring by now. He's not gonna be. He's not one of the greatest. I think that people just don't. I think people take the triple double thing for granted, and he's not looked at as one of the greatest. Period.
I
he's
just
not
don't want Josh Allen to
appreciated
fall
enough.
into that realm.
Right.
All right, man. When it comes to Josh Allen, it's pretty simple for me, man. Josh Allen's biggest moment was in that damn AFC Championship game where they lost that game, obviously, and all I've been hearing was Josh Allen didn't get the ball. 13 seconds left. Who knows what would have happened because the Chiefs couldn't stop them in that title game. Now we fast forward to what happened this past weekend. You had 2 minutes plus in that game with 3 timeouts. You got the ball back down by 3. You got to make something happen. The amount of yards and completions that Josh Allen had in that game was as much as when the Chiefs was trying to burn that clock out until Mahomes hit that past the P line. I just can't give Josh Allen a pass on this one, man. I just can't. I'm sorry, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people expected me to say this, but I got them hold them accountable. Obviously, we did not expect them to be there. Like the way people talk about Josh Allen, obviously he's always when it comes to Allen, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. As of right now, in this era, they're 1, 2, and 3. I don't think there's no way anybody could spin that. Sure, you could make an argument for Lamar, but from consensus, from what I see from the general public and a lot of media bloggers out there, Burrow, Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen is 1, 2, 3, and Josh Allen is going to be stuck at that 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, wherever you want to place him. He's always going to be stuck there until he beats Patrick Mahomes. Looked at the beginning of the game when the Bills first got the ball. The Bills look kind of, they look kind of off in the beginning of that drive. Josh Allen's 2 passes, those could have been interceptions. They could have been or should have been. Um,
That's a
Josh
fact.
Allen, Josh Allen, they had 4 fumbles. They were all recovered, you could say majority of those fumbles was by Josh Allen. Josh Allen went 1 for 8, only completed 4 yards when he was under pressure. When they got the ball back, they got to do something with that, man. If it's the play calling, and how could you not know that the blitz was coming by Steve Spagnuolo on 4th down? They had to do some type of counter with that, and it just that last drive that they did, the way they responded, the play calling of it, I just that's just wasn't it, man. And you gotta respond to back to the Kansas Chiefs like that. And they had a couple opportunities also when they turned that ball over. The defense just couldn't stop it. And I'm not putting the full blame on Josh Allen, but yes, I do gotta hold him accountable, and I do gotta blame certain aspects of the team when it comes to the coaching, when it comes to Joe Brady's play calling. I kind of question some of his play calling also when it comes to the defense. So I'm not putting the full blame on Josh Allen, but I can't give Josh Allen the pass on this one, man. Yeah, 0-4. He has the most playoff wins by a quarterback who has not reached a Super Bowl appearance. That's crazy, man.
I like one thing you said, and I guess I never put it into that perspective when I was watching the game, because I'm thinking go down there and score. But you tell me 3 timeouts, down 3, and all you need is a field goal to tie the game, and he couldn't get that. Had that been Lamar, oh my God, he would have went crazy. I'm just being real. We have to be honest with ourselves. So yeah, 3 timeouts, and you have the ball, and all you really need is 3. I mean, of course, a touchdown, that's what you want because you want to win the game. But at least tie the game. And for whatever reason, he didn't get it done. It sucks because I like Josh Allen.
My honest opinion behind that was when they got stopped on the 4th down, I was telling my sister, I was like, dude, I think Buffalo should punt that because they still had 3 timeouts. They still could have, they still could have had that 2-minute warning where they could have avoided also. So I kind of thought they could have punted because they had 2 opportunities left after Buffalo turned the ball over and Kansas City tried to kill the clock.
Akil, I agree. I disagree there. I'm not punting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have punted either.
You cannot punt
the damn ball.
Yeah, bro. Because think about it, Keo. It was still incomplete. So Kansas City got the ball. And what did Kansas City do? They converted every 3rd and 4th down. They were not giving Allen another shot. They said, hell no, we're going for it. And that's when they got the throw to Perine because they were thinking the same way. They're like, we're not giving Allen another shot. Now, one other thing I want to mention real quick. Y'all remember the Manning and Brady era? Who are the AFC quarterbacks that ever came out that conference during that time? Well, it was Manning, Brady, Big Ben did it, and then the Flacco a random year. So what I'm saying is look at the AFC future, right? It's Mahomes, Allen, Burrow. Now, Burrow did get to a Super Bowl, but he didn't win it. Right. Lamar, Stroud, Herbert. I'm going blank over here. But basically, you've got hella quarterbacks in AFC. Somebody here that's a stud is not going to end up with a Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'll even throw a name that didn't win a Super Bowl in the AFC back then. The team was great. Phillip Rivers. I thought for sure with the team that they had, I was like, bruh, they got to get over the hump. And they never got over the hump.
No matter who they
had. And one more thing before we switch. Going back to what I was saying about Russ and anybody that you want to mention. Think about if Eli don't win those 2 Super Bowls. Eli is not even going to the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
So that's how important those type of situations can change your whole trajectory of how people view you. That's why I just think that, Allen can't take, I'm not saying he does, but Allen, Burrow, Lamar, y'all can't take these moments, lightly. And it is. Every time you don't win it, it's going to sting a little bit more. It's going to say, Allen's going to be 29 years old to start next year. Now, of course, that's the prime, but you can fall off within 3-4 years. I'm not saying he will, but he can.
Now with Allen, now it's not about wild card wins, divisional playoff wins. It's about getting to the Super Bowl now. That's what the goal should be from every year moving forward, no matter what happens, because
And
he's done.
I'll add to that. And all that Burrow gets a pass because he beat Mahomes. At the end of the day, man, Burrow, you got to win something now. I'm
Yep.
tired of Burrow. I'm getting on Burrow. Burrow, you got to go win a Super Bowl. I picture the last 2 years. I don't care. You beat Mahomes. That's cool. You didn't win yet. Either you're
And
hurt
that's
or y'all losing in the beginning of the season. You can't catch up at the back end of the season. Bro, you got Jamar Chase. Go win something.
and that's
Burrow
Burrow's biggest moment.
Burrow hasn't been back to the playoffs since that Super Bowl appearance.
And that's what people use on Burrow. Burrow's biggest moment is beating Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl, and I think people are tired of thinking about that. Where time Burrow to do something.